from ABS-CBN, Che.
Makamute ka,
Sorry.
Che.
Oh, sorry, Sel. Si May Anang first natin. Thank you.
Ay, okay. So, May-an from
Hi, SP. Good morning po. Do you hear me, SP?
Hi, yes, I can. Ba nasa van ka?
Oh, nasa crew ka, SP. Sige po.
Ah.
SP, I'll start first with ano po yung pinakamalaking legacy na iiwan nyo? Sir, syempre, we have this thinking na possible po na this is your last year as Senate President since of course next year po with the change in leadership and change in presidency po baka magpalit po ng leadership din sa Senate. So far, SP, yung ilang taon po ninyo naging Senate President, ano po yung pinakamalaking legacy po na iiwanan ninyo?
I would classify at least 4 or 5. Like, for example, the medical scholarship, the Doktor para sa Bayan. I think we're now the only country in the world that ginagawang doktor at libre ang pagiging doktor basta ikaw ay Pilipino. So yung Doktor para sa Bayan scholarship program, that's one. The other is the mental health law na for ages. Ito ay isa sa mga napapabayaan na issue sa health. And then marahil yung dalawang bayanihan, Bayanihan 1 and Bayanihan 2 na pinagmulan yan pag-uusap namin ni Secretary Dominguez na ginawa namin batas thereafter at I being the principal author and all of the other senators as co-authors. Bayanihan 1 and Bayanihan 2. In other words, tingin ko ang Senado ay hindi nagkulang ng pagsagot sa mga problema ng bansa, lalo na nung pumasok ang pandemya sapagkat magdadalawang taon na dala-dala natin ang pandemya dito sa panahon na ako ang Senate President.
Okay. SP, is a follow-up lang po. SP, over the weekend, parang may nasabi si Senator Ping Lacson in one of his interviews na meron daw pong pinapaikot na reso to basically unseat you or oust you. Did it come to your knowledge, SP?
I was in Paway, Ilocos Norte when that information was given to me. And based on the reports that I got and I gathered, even today, it was a report coming from one of the employees lang. Because kanina lumapit kaagad sa akin sila Senator De La Rosa, sila Senator Bongo. Sinasabi nga nila wala silang kinalaman doon at yung iba pang mga hindi namin kapartido or sinasabi na wala silang kinalaman doon. So in other words, tama na rin yung sinabi ko noon that I actually brushed it aside and I said, I serve at the pleasure of my colleagues. You can replace me anytime with 13 signatures. Yun na yun. Ganun lang yun. Siguro merong nakaisip. Pagkatapos ay hindi naman natuloy, nag-fizzle out siguro.
So SP, you confirm that there was indeed an attempt to unseat you in the past weeks?
No, what I can confirm is that there was a report to that effect. Ganun lang. I cannot really say that the attempt was there. Siguro it was an idea.
Mm-hmm.
At most, it was an idea. Siguro.
According to your information, SP, the idea came from what? Minority or majority bloc po?
I don't think it will come from the minority bloc. Wala eh. As a matter of fact, I'd rather not discuss it anymore, Mayan, if you don't mind, because baka mamaya may mga pagbintangan pa na walang kinalaman doon sa kontrobersya.
SP, sorry, last na po ito. Pero SP, guarded po kayo knowing that usually, history like yung kay Senator Manny Villar noon kapag gustong tumakbo sa mas mataas na posisyon, parang nakukudeta po, SP. So are you on guard?
As I said, on guard or not, I serve at the pleasure of my colleagues. Therefore, it doesn't really, I don't really pay much attention to it. Because if ever they would want a new leadership or a new leader, they will tell me about it. Whoever's behind it, siguro. At this point, it has only happened once. Doon sa sinabi mo, yung panahon ni Senator Villar, there might have been a bigger group that was against him. Pero in this case, I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. And in the past, the Senate presidents have run for different public offices, and it did not hinder them, or it did not hinder the Senate if he or she was a leader.
SP, last na talaga.
For a fact, the Senate President Manuel Quezon ran for the presidency when he was Senate President.
Okay. SP, last na po talaga. Syempre po, darating yung kampanyahan by October. Paano po yung work ng Senate? Paano po ang usapan? Dapat maipasa nyo na yung mahalaga before October, since mukhang all eyes are looking at May 2022 after October. Paano po ang diskarte?
Muna, yung October filing pa lang yun eh. It does not prevent anybody from continuing his work. Unless COMELEC revises its rules or policy, it's just filing. The real campaign period comes in February, and by that time, we are already on break. We will be adjourned or suspended at the very least. Therefore, our work continues. Even if we we file for different public offices in October, tuloy pa rin yung trabaho namin, and we will be able to pass the budget before before the December break. We will be able to tackle even the issue on the constitutional chacha by January or February. We will pass all the economic recovery measures within the next few months. I don't see it as a problem.
Sa inyo po, SP, personally, syempre people might ask po kung makakapag-concentrate pa po ba kayo as Senate President, since yun nga po, medyo mataas po yung inyong tatakbuhan in the coming elections. Can you assure the people po?
Baliktad. Dapat ang isipin nila is kung maaasikaso ko yung iniisip namin na tatakbuhan, sapagkat February pa naman yun eh. Hindi dapat problemahin yung trabaho. Yun ang hindi mawawala sa akin, yung pag-aasikaso sa trabaho. We will still be never late and never absent and always on top of the situations in the Senate. From now until until June 30, 2022.
Alright. SP, thank you so much. Ang next po sa akin magtatanong si Ate Shet po. Thank you, SP.
Yeah, go ahead.
SP, good morning. Sir,
Morning.
dun sa speech nyo kanina, meron kayong minention din, and dito sa pagtatanong ni Mean, may mga binanggit kayo na mga bills, priority bills, at least dun sa speech, may mga kinumit din kayo. Out of the 47 certified as urgent by the President, ilan dun yung kaya nyo i-deliver?
I'm not aware of 47 bills certified urgent. I'm only aware of 2 bills that are certified urgent as of now. It's the Foreign Investments Act and the Public Services Act. The other one that is certified urgent is already in the Bicameral Conference Committee. So I don't know about the others that were certified. I'm not familiar with that. I don't even think there are 47 measures that are certified urgent by the President. And most of these are covered by my speech earlier, especially when I said that the Senate aims to assist families, industries, or sectors that generate income. More or less, that is directly hitting those particular measures that the president wants passed urgently.
Sorry, SPI, I failed to clarify. 47 measures certified from the start of his administration up to today. Pero from what I understand, you already passed a number out of this number, a number of bills out of these numbers. SP, kanina dun sa speech ninyo, may binanggit kayo about
Si ma'am,
your commitment.
sabihin mo, hindi ko masagot. Again, sorry, go ahead.
Apo, sir, dun sa speech nyo kanina may binanggit kayo that you will continue to look into corruption allegations. Can you mention some of your priority investigations in the coming days in relation to corruption?
Hindi na, I said it in a general manner because it's best that I do not pinpoint any of these because I leave it to the Senate resolutions tackling those particular issues. So I just gave the assurance that we will continuously seek to expose corruption in public service and focus the committees concerned on any of the issues that are brought to our attention. Sabi nga, to the dark corners of bureaucracy that seem to be or that thrive unnoticed. Yun mismo yung words na ginamit ko. It's a general statement na wala kaming palulusutin kahit saan. Hanggat maaari, ito aming babantayan at sisiyasatin.
Pero yung bang nakikita nyo, kasi di ba kasama to dun sa mga platform of government ng presidente, unabated ba, pa rin ba yung corruption hanggang ngayon?
Maraming nakasuhan ng gobyerno eh. Itong administrasyon na to, maraming natanggal sa trabaho, maraming nakasuhan. Ang kailangan talaga siguro ay yung mga matitingkad ay mas mabilis ma-aksyonan. Yun siguro. Like for example, yung PhilHealth. Di ba? Isa sa mga issues na yung mga issues sa Department of Agriculture. Tapos may mga issues na binibring up yung mga kasama namin. Siguro dapat mabilis, ma-aksyonan lang na mas mabilis.
And then yung sinabi nyo rin kanina na the Senate will exercise its oversight function with respect to budget spendings. Kasama po ba dito, related po ba to doon sa sinasabi na underspending sa bayanihan and also sa national budget?
Mabuti tinanong mo yan kasi mabuti i-correct ko yan I think they gave the president a different information or if I may call it a wrong information. Because Senator Lacson, siya ang binanggit ng Pangulo, di ba? Senator Lacson and members of the Senate, ang sinasabi na unused ay sa budget. Wala kaming sinasabing bayanihan. So I don't know who gave the wrong information to the president or somebody who gave a wrong information to Secretary Dominguez. Because if there was another member of the Senate who mentioned about hindi na spend mabuti dahil tapos na yung June 30 ng Bayanihan 2 or something like that. Hindi kami yun. At hindi si Senator Lacson yun. Si Senator Lacson, ang sinasabing unused ay yung billion-billion sa budget na noong panahon pa ng nakaraang administrasyon up to now, ang average nasa mga 350 to 400 billion a year ang unused. Yun ang sinasabi ni Senator Lacson. And this year, if I'm not mistaken, in this administration, it was something over 200 billion ang unused. Hindi yung bayanihan, hindi bayanihan. Mali yung itinanong at binigay na impormasyon sa presidente.
Oo. Pero sir, kaninang umaga, may tweet si Senator Ping, tapos sabi nga niya, kung yung obligation rate is 78.84% dapat, ang spending talaga pala ng Duterte administration sa Bayanihan 2 is just a little over 69%. So meron pa rin daw na underspending. if that's the case, nakikita nyo ba na dapat tignan nyo uli, magkaroon uli ng oversight investigation ng Committee of the Whole on this?
Yes,
Kasi sayang yung pera.
well, yes, the Committee of the Whole is live on this particular issue. If you will recall, the last hearing we had is I merely suspended. I did not adjourn. And in fact, we have not even gone halfway of the committee report. So yes, we can look into that. We can always exercise, aside from oversight authority, the fact that the committee of the whole is still live on this particular issue.
Sir, can we safely say that the Committee of the Whole, will look into that, or may
Yes.
pa lang?
We should clarify. We should be able to clarify, no? As I said, una pa lang, yung sinasabi na underspending na sinasabi ni Senator Lacson was addressed about the budget. Itong bago na, yung sinasabi mo kanina, kung sinabi man ni Senator Lacson earlier, bago na yan, based on the bayanihan, because he was mentioned by the President. Diba na yan? But that was not really his original concern.
Sir, shift lang ako sandali sa politics bago si Selly. Over the weekend, nakamiting nyo na si VP Binay. So, 11 ba? Or 11 na so far? O meron na nag-indicate na may magba-back out? Specifically, Senators Gordon and Gatchalian po.
Hindi naman sa magba-back out kasi yung aming original na list na ini-endorse namin, yun ang sinasabi namin na i-endorse namin na senatorial lineup. Na ang tingin namin sila yung mga magiging mabuti para sa bayan at magiging mabuti para sa Senado. Aside from mga mga background nila, bihasa na. They have good track records and even in legislation. Yun yung sinasabi namin, i-endorse namin. Hindi pa yun yung official lineup because as I said earlier, hindi ko pa nakakausap si Senator Gordon, but we would, if he runs for the Senate, we want him. And then Senator Gatchalian has intimated that he is still contemplating on his decision. But if he runs for the Senate, we will endorse him. Ganun yung sinasabi namin. And then I also want to correct a fake news that came out stating that Congresswoman Lucy Torres daw does not want to join us but is joining the slate of Secretary Cusi or something like that. I was just on the phone with her last night eh. Siya mismo yung kausap ko eh, hindi fake news yun eh. And she said that if she decides to run for the Senate, she will join our group. We have the same more or less issues and concerns. That's what she told me. And very soon she will be coming out with an official statement. That was straight from her last night on the telephone. Now, katulad ng iba, sila, kung itong mga ito, kung tatakbo, i-endorse namin dahil sila yung lineup na gusto namin para sa Senado. And I think most of them are inclined to join the concerns and the issues that we are taking up about government and about governance.
Bakit if she decides pa lang, akala ko initially tuloy na siya?
Well, that was what she told me last night.
So nagdadalawang isip pa siya, may naayos pa siya.
Siguro, it's better that you ask her that. That
Yung
was our conversation.
Opo. Sir, yung sa 12 slot, ilan yung kinakausap nyo or nireserve nyo ba to sa isang tao lang? Nire-reserve nyo ba to?
Yung alin yung, sorry?
Yung 12 slot, sir, if ever.
We have about 4 or 5 names pa na pinag-uusapan eh. And some of these names that we are discussing are not yet decided on whether they will run or not. So, hintayin muna namin na sila mismo ang magsabi na interesado sila at kung sila ay talagang tutuloy at kung sila ay hayag na sumama doon sa aming mga ini-endorse na kandidato.
Last question, SP. Yung July 28 na meeting nyo sa NPC, aside from hopefully yung makakausap nyo na yung 4 to 5 na personalities, no? Alliance din yung magiging issue nyo? Ipa-finalize nyo kung papasok kayo sa alyansa or hindi?
Well, first of all, coalition is already out of the question for any political party and not just the NPC. Because the deadline of COMELEC for the submission of coalitions has already been mated. Tapos na eh. So wala na yon. Definitely what we will be discussing would be mere alliances, and we will be very cautious about contradictions in the local level. Usually that is the problem of our party. Marami kasi kaming congressman, maraming district, marami kaming mayors, marami kaming governors. Meron kaming mga iniiwasan na alliances sapagkat may mga fina-file silang kandidato against sa kandidato namin eh. Ganun eh. So paano kami makikipag-alliance sa kanila? That is the only reason na that is one of the reasons that we'll be meeting. We'll discuss it further.
So action and reforma ang priority so far, sir.
And una.
And una. Okay. So happy. Okay. Thank you, SP.
Okay, thank you. Che.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sally.
Sally, go ahead.
Sir, dun sa speech nyo kanina, na-mention nyo na dapat bigyan ng patuloy na ayuda yung ating mga kababayan na naapektuhan nitong pandemic, lalo na yung nawalan ng trabaho. So, does it mean, sir, na magiging priority ng Senate yung pagpapasa po ng Bayanihan 3 o yung ayuda ay doon na lang ho sa ipapasa nyo na 2022 budget?
We're trying to address it through the trade liberalization. We're trying to address it also through the Foreign Investments Act. We're also addressing it through the Public Services Act. Now, we have a Bayanihan to Heal as One Act pending. We can prioritize that because that is the counterpart of the Bayanihan 3. Depende nga eh. Kung ma-address na namin ito dito sa mga advanced stage na mga bills, hindi na kailanganin yun. But kung hindi ma-address lahat, then yes, we will prioritize the concerns being addressed by Bayanihan 3 of the House and Bayanihan to Heal as One Act by the Senate.
Kasi na-mention ho ni Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri na kung sakali na lumala itong problema sa Delta variant na ngayon naman local transmission pa, hindi community transmission pa, baka daw ho magkaroon nga ng necessity na magpasa ng Bayanihan 3.
Yes, I agree with the Majority Leader, Senator Zubiri.
Sir, yung sabi nyo, hindi dapat mabayaan yung ating mga OFW. So, maipapasa po dito sa third regular session yung panukalang batas na magkikreate ho ng Department for Overseas Filipinos?
Oo, kasi as I mentioned in my speech, matagal ng panahon na maganda ang nagiging resulta. Noong although hindi natin ini-endorse sapagkat gusto natin naririto ang mga Pilipino sa kanilang mga pamilya. Pero sa mga trabahong kinakukuha nila abroad, ay malaking bagay yung nakakatulong sila sa ekonomiya sa atin. Lately, because of the pandemic, hindi ba, sila rin mismo hirap. At nagkakaroon din ng problema sa mga palisiya, sa sweldo, sa lahat na. Kaya we are going to look at the answer the problems that they are encountering. That is the concern that I mentioned earlier.
Sir, yung mga minention nyo na bibigyan priority na ma-approve, dapat lahat ito ma-approve before the filing ng Certificate of Candidacy OCOC sa October kasi after filing, di ba budget na ho yung focus ng Senate?
Hindi pa rin. sapagkat pipilitin namin before the budget. It's not really the filing. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about the timetable of the filing of the certificate of candidacy. We have to work first. The best way to campaign is to work hard. Hindi ba? So it doesn't matter really. What matters is that before we receive the budget, as much as possible, all the bills that are important should be passed already. Now, if we don't, there will be lulls. And in the lulls, we can take them up. We used to do that. We always do that, almost every year. Even during after the budget itself, pagka pinag-usapan na namin yung BICAM, malaki ang lull dyan. And we only appoint about a few to attend the BICAM. So we will always have a quorum and we'll be able to tackle that. Oh, by the way, the Senate version of the Bayanihan 3 is, just for the record, is to Bayanihan to rebuild as one. Yun ang title ng Senate version.
This one.
It
So,
is
sir,
is a bill authored by Senator Ralph Recto.
Sir, once po ba na mag-file na kayo ng Certificate of Candidacy ni Senator Panfilo Lacson, sa tingin niyo pwede pa kayong manatili as Senate President or baka po ma-question niya yung pananatili niyo as Senate President?
Walang violation ng kahit ano yun. Nagtataka ako kung bakit may magkwe-question sapagkat una, hindi naman bawal yun. Pangalawa, basta't hindi ka nagpapabaya sa trabaho mo, I don't see any reason why. As I mentioned earlier, President Manuel Quezon ran for the presidency of the Philippines when he was Senate President.
Mm-hmm. So pwede kayo magstay sa position niyo hanggang hindi pa nag-start yung campaign period?
I think so, unless my colleagues will decide otherwise.
Sir, last na lang po from my end. Sa August 4, official announcement po yun ng tandem nyo ni Senator Ping or ilo-launch na rin po yung senatorial lineup ng inyong tandem?
That's still in the works. We need time to decide pa kung ganun nga yung launching event or kung may mga babanggitin na kami.
Sir, mamaya pala dun sa SONA, from 8-10 na po ba yung mga senador na mag-a-attend sa last SONA ni Presidente?
Hindi, ang alam ko 8 lang. As a
So
matter of
walang
fact,
nadagdag.
baka nabawasan pa.
Senator Pia, mukhang hindi na sasama physically, sir, di ba?
Sabi niya kanina. So baka maging 7 na lang kami.
Okay. And then tomorrow, sir, open close yung session for Pinoy or magse-session na ho kayo bukas?
Pag-usapan namin ni Senator Subiri mamaya kung anong sentiment. Pati Senator Drilon, we'll discuss it later.
Okay. Sir, thank you. Ang next na magtatanong si Mav from GMA7.
Yeah, Mav, go ahead.
Hi, SP. Good morning. Very quick lang po.
Hindi mo kayo Subiri, schedule bukas, baka pwedeng ang Go ahead, Mav.
Ayun po. SP, sa ngayon po, relatively smooth yung takbo ng Senate during hearings, when we pass bills. Ngayon po na may kanya-kanyang plano na for 2022, do you see it having an effect po dun sa pagpasa ng bills tsaka sa mga hearing po natin sa Senado?
I don't think so. Kung meron man, very minimal. Because most of the senators act like statesmen. And they know what their job is. You have no
SP, mabilis.
business. You
Sige po.
have no business being in the Senate is kung puro politika lang ang nasa utak mo.
Mhm. SP, sa darating po na budget season, ano po sa tingin niyo yung mga departments na pinakakailangan busisiin?
Well, yung may mga aligasyon ng corruption at saka yung may mga problema sa underspending, siguro kailangan busisiin mabuti yun.
Meron po ba kayong mga na pinpoint na SP na mga departments na you might consider giving a smaller
Red flag.
budget kumpara sa nakaraang taon po?
Wala pa naman ngayon. Wala pa naman sa ngayon. Pero may mga department siguro na may red flag.
Mm-mm.
For example, DOH, DA. Di ba? DPWH.
Mm-mm.
Siguro. DSWD. Siguro, yun ang mga medyo bubusisi, mabuti ng mga kasama ko. I'm
Mm-mm.
just talking off my hat here, no? I'm just basing it on issues that have been raised earlier, allegations, di ba? Yun.
Mm-mm. SP, dito po sa mga departments na nabanggit ninyo, so you think it's a burden for the secretaries na ipagtanggol kung bakit kailangan pa sila bigyan ng malaking budget sa susunod na taon?
Not really, not really. It depends on ano eh. Kasi kung ano ang mga tatanungin ng mga senador, kung merong mga ikangay documented na mga sagot at mga explanation sa mga aligasyon, eh hindi sila magkakaroon ng problema.
Mm-mm. Ayan po. Thank you po, SP. Mabilis lang po sa akin.
Thank
Next
you.
po sa akin si Mara Cepeda from Rappler po.
Good. Good.
Thanks, Mav. Hello po, SP. Good morning. Very quick na lang po sa akin, SP. SP, kanina you mentioned in your speech that the Senate will be prioritizing OFWs and disaster preparedness and management. Is it safe then, sir, to assume that the Senate will soon pass the bills creating the Department of OFW and the Department of Disaster Resilience? And meron na po ba tayong target kung kailan po ito gustong ipasa?
Well, target. Let me answer the issue on target. The target is as soon as possible. Ano? But yes, concerns about the Department of Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipinos and the Department of Disaster are priorities. So we will keep it on top of the heap for sure because those are the major concerns right now.
How about po SP, yung economic charter change that the House has already passed? May nagbago na po ba yung tingin dito ng mga senators na medyo cold pa po sila? Napag-usapan na po ba, sir, if it will be discussed anytime soon, in the next 3 months maybe?
Hindi pa namin napapag-usapan. Pero sa pag-uusap namin ni Speaker Lord Alan Velasco, we have plenty of time to discuss it because at the latest, dapat ito maipasa namin ito ng February before the break because it is a simple joint resolution. But it needs a plebiscite. Any constitutional amendment or change needs a plebiscite. So therefore, kahit ipasa namin ito bukas, wala ring epekto. Kailangan din yan magkaroon ng plebisito. Eh, alam ka naman gumawa ang COMELEC ng plebisito ngayon na malapit na ang eleksyon. Magpe-prepare pa sila. So tiyak na gusto nila yan, gugustuhin nila yan pag pinasama namin, isama sa 2022 elections. Isang question lang naman yun dun eh. Yes or no. So we have at least until January or February para ma-include sa plebisito.
Thanks, SP. Final question na po for me. What are you hoping to hear from the President's final SONA later?
Well, we want to hear what his final plans on the West Philippine Sea is. We want to hear the economic recovery situation. We also want to hear about the vaccination rollout situation because we're getting different concerns sa iba't ibang probinsya eh. Iba ang sinasabi ng mga taga-probinsya sa sinasabi ng mga taga-NCR eh. So siguro the president is private to all types of information. So perhaps he will be able to tell that later or say that later.
Okay, thank you so much, SP.
Sige,
Next po magtatanong si Ate Eunice Monte po.
Hi, SP. Good morning po.
Good morning. Go ahead.
I have few questions na po daw. We all know few months campaign season na po. So how will you encourage po your fellow senators na unahin muna yung work sa Senate and ma-assure lang na hindi mapapabayaan po yung mga trabaho pa sa Senado?
One thing is certain. As I said earlier, most of the senators act like statesmen. They will prioritize their work. That is the leadership that I always show. Ano? Kaya ang tingin ko hindi problema yung makakakampanya o makakampanya. Hindi problema yun. I'm sure yung trabaho muna ang priority because that will be my priority and our priorities. Yung trabaho pa rin namin. Second, it's not like a guarantee but it is because hindi ka naman makakaikot masyado eh. Wala naman mga rally-rally. Ganyan. So, pwede na yung mga consultative town hall meetings, mga ganun lang yan. Yan pwedeng gawin during the weekend. Do not do your campaigning during the time of work, which is Monday to Wednesday. So, I'm confident that our colleagues and our group will be performing our work and task well.
SP, balikan ko lang po yun sa kaninang sa dun sa Senate President. No? Kailan po ito nakarating sa inyo, SP, yung tangkang pagpapalit po ng Senate President?
Well, merong mga taga-Senado na employees ng Senado na I think employees ng mga senador din na nag-text lang at sinabi nila na merong ganon. So I was in Paway, Ilocos Norte, together with Senator Lacson when that information got to us, and I said to myself, oh, gano'n naman talaga eh. I only serve at the pleasure of my colleagues. So if there are 13 members of the Senate who wish to have a different leader, they can do that anytime. They're more than welcome. Kaya okay lang sa akin yun. Hindi ako nag-aalala doon.
Alright, SP, last na po on my part. Ano po kaya yung President's legacy na sa tingin niyo po ay talagang matatandaan ng mga tao? At ano po yung pinaka-important dapat bigyang pansin ng susunod na presidente o susunod na administrasyon na hinap bigyang pansin dito sa administrasyong Duterte po? Thank you po.
Yung first part ng tanong mo, Eunice, when you said, alin yung, sinong,
Legacy.
batas matanda, legacy nino?
Ni Pangulong Duterte po na
I think siya na lang ang tanungin mo. I think it's the executive department that we be best to answer that that question. Marami kasi kaming ibang mga siyempre pananaw at concerns eh. Okay?
kayo po SP, kayo po ano po yung pinakamaiiwan niyo pong legacy as Senate President po?
Well, marami nung ako'y senador mula noong 1992 hanggang sa ngayon. Pero kung ang tinatanong mo ay as Senate President, then siguro may pagmamalaki natin na yung Doktor para sa Bayan Act, the medical scholarship, free medical scholarship for all Filipinos, the Mental Health Act, the Bayanihan to Heal as One, Bayanihan 1, Bayanihan 2, puro yun na ang lalakas ng impact sa ating mga kababayan. Marami pang iba, pero yun yung ako principal author kaya yun ang nababanggit ko.
Alright. Ano po kaya yung Okay, thank you SP.
Thank you, Eunice. Thank you. Okay na?
Last question is Babylin Cacho Resulta.
Morning,
Yes.
Mr. Senate President. I would just like to ask
Babylin.
about the budget. We have 5.024 trillion pesos for next year. How much of this do you think will come from foreign and domestic borrowings po?
It'll be a wild guess on my part because I know for a fact that more than 50% goes to personal services. And then there is a big chunk that is already mandated for foreign debt. So borrowings, I'm not sure. I cannot answer the question maybe because that is up to the executive. If I will give a venture a guess, siguro about 10%. But that is the problem that we would like to solve, sana, and also the future administration. We have to balance the budget. If you balance the budget and you continue and you pursue budget reforms, we need not add to the debt that we are in already.
Mhm.
I think that is a technique that the next administration should try to conduct.
Mhm. As it is now, Senate President Soto, do you think this is too high? And do you think it will be trimmed further as the legislative process goes on?
Kung pwede, yes, yes. But we have 1 year to go. I can particularly give a second look because of the question that you brought out. I will definitely take a second look at the proposals of the budget when it reaches us for this year because it's the last year of this administration. So um, we should take a second hard look at that particular issue. If we will be able to trim it down, if it's too big, and if possible, a learning process for the next administration to balance the budget.
Mhm. Last question, Senate President. If you think it's going to be trimmed down, do you think you will run into a clash with tongs and hammer with the executive department again?
Uh, that is a possibility. But I do not discount the possibility of finding a middle ground. We always try to do that anyway.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, with that, thank you
Ladies
so
and
much,
gentlemen,
Senate
thank you.
President Vicente Soto III. Thank you, sir. Asa na si Lisa? Meron pa ba? Pwede na, solve na tayo, no?
Punong-puno na kayo ng balita galing kay SP. Okay na, mga kaibigan?
Tapos na.
Meron
Oo.
pa isa.
Wait. Sir, thank you.
Senator Drilon.
Kala ko okay na si Boss SP. But if there's some clarifications that you would like to ask on what he has said, I can, of course, react quickly.
So sir, ilan lahat yung senator na attend mamaya doon sa
Wait.
SONA?
I think 7,
official
ito
list.
kami. Wait, nandito
7.
nandito yung listahan binigay sa akin. Officially, ito ata yung papasok mamaya. Pero babanggit, yeah. Sa senators, officially, it's of course the Senate President, Senator Soto, myself, Ronald Bato de la Rosa, Senator Win Gatchalian, Senator Bongo, Senator Amy Marcos, Senator Bong Revilla, and Senator Francis Tolentino. 8. So far, ang nag-confirm po sa amin.
So far wala namang nag-positive doon sa swab test, sa antigen test. So far wala naman, sir.
Wala naman, and hopefully ako din. Dahil last year, naalala nyo, nag-positive ako, kaya pinauwi ka agad ako sa bahay. And that's why nag-ingat ako this whole week. But so far, my RT-PCR is negative. Of course, may protocol yata pagdating dun sa Kongreso, they will shepherd us to the North Lounge dahil meron pong triage doon, and then antigen swab po kami lahat, and if there is a positive member with positive antigen, dadalhin daw kami sa isang hospital, I do not know which hospital that is, to do further RT-PCR test. And then, pero hindi na kami makapasok. Anyone who gets a positive antigen, hindi makapasok sa plenaryo ng state and listen to the State of the Nation address.
Sir, bukas, anong napag-usapan ninyo? Open-close yung session para magbigay pa rin ng honor kay dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino? Ano na po napag-usapan?
Wala pa. Actually,
Wala pa.
kailangan kasi wala pa, hindi pa namin pag-usapan. Actually, gusto ko sana magkaroon ng all-member caucus tomorrow or latest Wednesday para pag-usapan namin yung agenda for the next 2 months. Ano bang ipaprioritize natin, and of course, we need the support of both sides of the aisle, which is the minority and the majority, to pass this. And of course, many members of the majority as well who have questions on pending bills already in the Senate floor. So yan, para at least maka-unsad na tayo, maka-umpisa na tayo ng agenda by Wednesday. We'll also pass the calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, no, yung ating calendar for the 3rd regular session.
Sir, last na lang sa akin, kailan nakaschedule yung privilege speech mo about the vaccination?
Baka Wednesday siguro, Ate Sel, on the vaccination. Meron akong gusto ipakita sa inyo na report from Pulse Asia. That was one of the questions that I had commissioned. And doon na lang siguro sa privilege speech ko ibabanggit at ipapakita yung resulta.
Hindi naman offensive sa admin yung inyong speech, sir.
Hindi naman. It's actually on strategy lang on how we can attack COVID-19 and the pandemic. And it's about the public sentiment kung mataas pa rin yung COVID-19 during the date of the elections. So, ibanggit ko na lang po sa inyo yan pagdating sa privilege speech. Kasi kung sasabihin ko na yan, hindi na kayo makikinig sa akin. Just kidding. Sharian, kamusta na kayo? Nympha, all our friends from the media. Nakaw, miss ko na kayo lahat.
Susunod na magtatanong si Xie. Xie.
Okay, thanks. Hi, Cher. Sorry, you're muted.
Ayan, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, Sharon.
Yeah. Morning, sir.
Morning,
Sir.
morning.
Opo, with the Delta variant, ano na yung magiging policy dyan sa Senate during investigation, session?
Ganun pa rin siguro, Sharian, no? It will still be a status quo. We can still have hybrid sessions and hearings. Kailangan pa rin magkaroon ng testing bago makapasok yung mga resource persons. Ako nga, on Wednesday, meron po akong committee hearing on the Committee on Cooperatives. We'll also require all our resource persons to be swab tested. And pero of course, with the hybrid session, pwede naman po sila mag-online. Ganun pa rin, I think, regular programming, Sharian. Alam nyo, akala po namin kung mapabakunahan na namin lahat ng aming mga staff dito sa Senado and kami din mga senador na makabalik po kami sa face-to-face. Apparently with this Delta variant na napakabagsik, ito po ang prevailing cases sa Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, India, Estados Unidos, na nagkakaroon po sila ng third and sometimes fourth wave na. And this wave is the dangerous one dahil napakabagsik nitong Delta variant. Kailangan pa pala natin mag-ingat, magdoble ingat dahil dito sa Delta variant na ito.
Sir, mag-shift lang ako sa politics kasi yung pangalan mo and some other senators laging nasasama. PDP Laban, Pusi Wing, and then sa Lacson, Soto Wing. How do you look at it, sir? Kasi parang nandito yung pangalan mo, nandito sa admin slate and then nandito sa neutral, and there might be a possibility na even sa isang bayan baka masama ka.
Well, alam mo, Sherry, independent naman ako. Wala naman po akong political party. Nung nag-file po ako ng 2016, I filed as an independent. I will file again this October 1 to 8 as an independent. Nakita naman po nilang track record ko. I can work with anyone. No? Basta ang kanilang puso at hangarin para sa ating bansa ay para lalo tayong umunlad at lalo natin mahanapan ng solusyon itong kahirapan. So, it's happened before, Sherry, nung 2016, nung tumakbo po ako, dala po ako ni President PRRD dun sa kanilang election campaign. Dala din po ako ni Senator Grace po, of course, Ma'am Grace, and dala din po ako ni Vice President Binay. So I was carried by 3 presidential candidates at that time in 2016. Yung Liberal Party lang po hindi nagdala sa akin. So I've done it before, Sherian, and ako naman, I can work with anybody. Pwede naman po ako makipagtrabaho sa kahit sino sa kanila na manalo. Ang kaibigan, halos kaibigan ko sila lahat, Sherian. Name the presidential candidate, kaibigan ko po sila. And I've worked with them in the Senate, whether in the past or whether incumbent po sila.
Sir, have you been invited by isang bayan?
Kinausap po ako nagpapadala po ng overture ang grupo ni Attorney Attorney Calleja. And of course, ako, I am honored and of course very happy and elated na maraming gusto mag-adapt sa akin. NPC, of course PDP, yung iba't ibang partido pa, HNP, kinausap din ako ni Speaker Lord Velasco, and I've accepted also their invitation to be part of their slate. Lalo lang taga Mindanao po ako. So medyo I'm in a hindi pa naman nabubuo, Sherian, kung sino talaga ang tatakbo. So far, ang decided pa lang, ang nag-announce na po is Senator Ping Lacson together with Senator Soto, and of course Senator Manny Pacquiao, who is a fellow Mindanaoan. So far, yun pa lang po ang nagdedeklara. So we'll probably get to cross the bridge when we reach the bridge. No? We'll cross the bridge when we get there. As of now, wala pa naman na Sherian. I'm just honored and humbled na iniimbita po ako ng iba't ibang partido na sumama sa kanila. Dahil nakita naman po nila, Sherian, kilala nyo naman ako ng ating mga media sa Senate. Hindi ako palaaway. Hindi ako nag-aaway. Naghanap ako ng consensus bilang majority floor leader para makapasa po tayo ng mga panukala na talagang ikakabuti ng ating bansa. Wala naman akong political agenda. At I think yan po nagustuhan ng aking mga kasamahan sa Senado, whether it's majority or minority. Ang kantsaw nga nila, I work so well with Senator Drilon, baka ano daw ako, closet minority. Pero ang totoo dyan, si Senator Drilon, closet majority. Ano siya, tumutulong naman po siya sa kapakanan ng ating bansa. At of course, pagdating po sa mga panukala na napakaganda sa ating mga kababayan, wala nang partidong pinag-uusapan, wala na pong partido-partido. Tulungan na po kami. And I think that's what I'm proud of, that I can bridge that together.
Sir, let me clarify that. You were invited by HNP, to appear before the selection committee? Ganun ba?
Ang kumausap sa akin is Speaker Lord Velasco, and I of course I told Speaker Lord na I would be honored to be part also of the team. Kung kailangan po mag-attend ng kanilang selection process, why not? I think my track record can speak for itself. 3-time elected majority floor leader po ako, perfect attendance po ako sa Kongreso at sa Senado. Yung mga panukala na ipasa po natin ay nakapaganda naman sa iba't ibang sektor, katulad ng cooperative sector, yung renewable energy sector, etc. etc. So, I think with my track record, hindi po ako mapapaya pag magpresenta po ako sa isang committee in charge for the selection process of their senatorial candidates.
Sir, I'm referring to the invitation of Attorney Howard Calleja of Hugpong ng Pagbabago. Have you accepted, sir?
Hugpong ng Pagbabago, hindi yata si Attorney Calleja, I think isang bayan.
Ay, sorry, sir. Of Isang Bayan, sir. Have you accepted, sir?
Hindi pa at this point in time. Ayoko kasi malabel Sharian at this point in time na administration, opposition. Kasi ako, independent ako and there's several of us are running independent. Yung hindi ko gusto pong mangyari that I'll be labeled kaagad with a color na hindi naman, independent naman ako and I can work with anybody.
Sir, sorry, I have to zero in on this. Kasi kanina, sabi mo, you welcome the support of PDP Laban, of Lacson Soto Group, and then other groups. And then pagdating sa Isang Bayan, sabi mo ayaw mong malabel.
Actually, pati kay Senator Soto, I actually mentioned to him, Tito Sen, alam mo naman yung situation ko, taga Mindanao po ako, but I'm so happy that you have chosen me to be part of your lineup. Ang sagot naman ni Senator Soto sa akin ay, hindi, walang iwanan tayo, hindi tayo nag-iwan, hindi naman tayo nag-iwan ng isa't isa itong last 3 years. So we'll stay together. So we'll still adopt you. Kasi anyway, wala ka namang partido. So sana ganun din sa ibang mga political parties. And with all due respect dito sa Isang Bayan, hindi pa nila ako nakakausap. So hindi pa kami nag-uusap. Hindi pa ako nakipag-usap sa kanila. Yes.
Sen, last na lang. Gano'ng kaingay yung oust Soto plot the second time around?
Wala naman. Actually, as God as my witness, sinabi ko na to at hindi ako magsisinungaling sa inyo. Walang lumapit sa akin ng break for any resolution or any move to oust Senator Soto. Narinig ko lang yung balita na yan through the staff. At baka chismis lang po yan. Baka staff lang ang nag-initiate. Alam mo, minsan pag yung mga staff, di ba, nagiging overeager, gusto nila pong tulungan ng kanilang mga principals. So baka sila nag-uusap, ay, mag-file tayo ng resolution. Pero baka hindi alam ng mga principals nila yun. So posibleng nangyayari yun. But the president still has the trust and confidence of the majority. And even, yes, the love and the trust of the minority. Very close po yung minority leader sa ating Senate President. So, I think it's safe to say at this point in time, pandemya na yun, bakit po tayo mag-aaway-aaway dito sa Senado? We have to pass so much measures para mabuhay muli ang ekonomiya, para mabigyan ng ayuda ating mga kababayan, lalo na ang discussions sa national budget. Baka hindi na natin, wag na muna natin talakayin itong mga leadership changes at this point in time. Dahil pag yan ang nangyari, magkakagulo talaga. Lalaki yung minority. Siyempre, yung mga matatalong grupo ni Tito Sen ay lalaban. Wala talaga tayong maipapasa. That's why my appeal is that we stop the discussions of all these leadership changes and let's focus on our job at hand. We only have 3 months left, realistically. August and September for this session. Magbe-break po tayo ng October 1 para sa filing. And then babalik po kami presumably first week of November hanggang third week of December. So talagang naiwan na lang is 3 months, 3.5 months. So kasi pagbalik po natin ng January, campaign na yan eh. Wala pang 3 linggo, kampanya na. So pag-umpisa ng February, iba na ang syempre ihip ng hangin sa buong Pilipinas, kampanya na.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Salamat
Thank
po.
you, Sharian. God bless.
God bless, sir.
Okay. May gusto pang magtanong kay Senator Zubiri?
Kasi pwedeng patanong po,
Okay, go ahead.
sir, yung sinasabi niyo kung adoption from different party, is it mean na without commitment po ba or may commitment din kayong ginagawa?
Well, hindi ko pa kasing, mabigat na tanong yan. Siyempre, ayoko naman tumanggi ng adoption. I am willing to be adopted dahil ano nga ako, independent. So at this point in time, pag-uusapan pa natin yan kung yan ang napakahirap lang kung saan talaga entablado tayong tatayo. But it's possible, like in 2016, ako at ilang senador na independents ay umikot na mag-isa, di ba? At nag-motorcade, nag-ikot din. So, that could be a possibility kung madala po ako ng iba't ibang partido. I may have to do a campaign wherein hindi po tayo nakatayo sa isang stage lamang at umiikot tayo sa buong Pilipinas kasama ng ibang independents. That is a possibility. Nag-uusap na kami ng iba't ibang senador, comebacking, for example, Senator Lauren Legarda, Senator JV, gusto po nila kumampanya kami, magkasama po kami sa kampanya, Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, if he runs for the Senate once again, then magkakasama po kami sa pag-iikot. Hopefully, no? And of course, we're also looking at the Senator Richard Gordon. Nag-usap din po kami kung tatakbo siya bilang senador muli. Samahan ko din po siya, ikot din po kami sa pag-ikot sa buong Pilipinas.
So meaning to say, sir, you will not endorse any particular president or vice presidential role?
That's a possibility. Let the best man or woman win, di ba? Yan ang pinakamaganda dyan. Lahat naman sila capable, lahat po sila magagaling. And what's important is makapili ang taong bayan and the voice of the people is voice of God. So we'll let the democratic process continue and we will cross the bridge nga, ika nga, when we get there. Kasi hindi pa naman natin alam, guys, kung sino talaga ang tatakbo. We'll cross the bridge once October 1 to 8 ends and then sino bang lalaban and then we can make a decision when we get there to that point.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Unique itong election na ito, very unique. Itong election na to is the most unique elections in my recollection because ngayon pa lang sa ibang dekada talagang alam mo na kung sino yung presidente at vice president ng mga partido. Ngayon, wala pong medyo marami pang question mark kung sinong lalaban sa administration, sino talaga ang talagang tatakbong presidente. Sa opposition, hindi na natin alam kung sinong tatakbong pagka-presidente. Yung mga independent blocks, hindi na natin alam. No? So, napaka-unique itong situation na to. And it's only 2 months left before filing. Usually in other electoral contests, as early as 1 year, alam nyo na po kung sinong lalaban bilang Pangulo. Kaya pati kami, yung lalaban pagka-senador, hindi po namin alam kung saan tayo tatayo na stage, hindi din namin alam kung sino po ma-endorso namin dahil yun nga, hindi pa namin alam kung sino talagang tatakbo. And that is the uniqueness of the situation in 2022.
So, exciting ba, sir, pag gano'n?
Medyo exciting. You know, this 2022 is a first of many. Diba? Kasi magkakaroon ng national elections in the time of pandemic, baka Delta variant pa. Kung Delta variant, nagkaroon tayo ng surge. Paano yun kung nagka-lockdown? How do we vote? Will the COMELEC give us extended voting times? Will the COMELEC give us 2 days? Lalo na yung senior citizens. Would it be better na maunang senior citizens? Let's say, sa umaga lahat ng senior citizens. Kasi vulnerable sila, maski na nabakunahan. Pag na Delta variant, ay pwede pa rin matamaan. So talagang it's a first of many. How do we campaign? Paano kami mangangampanya? Diba? Bawal yung rally. Baka bawal din yung motorcade. Paano kami mangangampanya? Sa inyo na lang, sa media, diba? Sa tri-media na lang, radio, TV news, tsaka online. Which of course, kulang din po yan dahil gusto po kami makita ng taong bayan. Iba yung effect na nandun ka sa isang lugar at nagsasalita ka sa harap ng taong bayan. Hindi scripted yung galaw mo, hindi scripted yung sagot mo. At gusto talaga ng mga kababayan natin mahalubilo, no? Makasama yung mga kandidato. So, how do we campaign? Di ba po? So, napaka-strange itong election na 2022. Napaka-iba, no? Talagang unique ang situation. So, thank you very much, guys. Any questions? Any more questions?
Pwede pong patanayin sa Mate PTV4. Sir, good
Hi.
morning.
Yes, Eunice. How are you?
Okay naman, sir. Sir, ask ko lang po yung mga susunod na hearing natin in the first few months. Kasama po ba dyan yung SAP distribution na sinasabi ni Senator Pacquiao, saka po yung mga troll accounts daw, sir?
Ano yun? Ano yung una, Eunice?
Yung SAP distribution, sir, yung sa...
Ay, sa SAP. Opo, alam mo naman Eunice, pag dito sa Senado, respeto natin lahat ng mga committees. So kung talakayin po nila yan, we will give them their time to discuss these issues, particularly itong mga resolutions na final ni Senator Pacquiao and of course Senator Lacson and other senators. Yes, pwedeng matuloy po yan, Eunice. Depende sa committee ba na maghahawak nito. Pero hindi natin pipigilan yan. That is part of our oversight functions.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Ganda ng Filipiniana mo.
Thank you po.
With that,
Yes.
no more. Maraming salamat po, Senate Majority Leader Juan Miguel Zubiri. Thank you, sir.
Maraming salamat, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you. God bless you guys.
Sir, ingat po.
Baka balik kayo, sir, sa House.
See you later.